Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, First to Quote, First to Cash. I'm Diptorshi, and I'll be your host for the next 30 minutes. If you work in enterprise connectivity sales, you would be familiar with terms like DIA, SLAs, backups, and multi-site rollouts. You would also be extremely familiar with the pressure it comes with. The customer wants a quote fast, and one wrong configuration can kill the deal or the margin. Joining me today are the brains behind the solution we're going to unveil, Shilpa and Virati. Shilpa is a senior architect at RF who managed the development operations for the solution. Welcome, Shilpa.
Thanks, Diptarshi. Excited to share our game-changing solution with everyone.
And we also have Virati, our senior engineer at RF, the technical expert who made sure that we moved fast without breaking any kind of governance. Welcome, Virati.
Thanks, Diptoshi. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
So let's quickly go through the agenda. First, we see the problem and we understand why enterprise codes stall. Then we unveil our game-changing solution and see what is under the hood. We follow it up with a live demo that constitutes real-world use cases. And finally, we have the question and answer session. So please drop your questions in the comment box. Shilpa, let's start with the real problem. What makes enterprise quoting so challenging for account managers and sales specialists, particularly, say, in telcos or CSPs?
Great question. The core issue is that enterprise quoting isn't just pick a product and send a price. It's configuration plus commercial governance, like contract pricing, discount rules, minimum thresholds, multi-site dependencies, all while the clock is ticking. And the data backs this up. According to a survey by Appledore Research, sponsored by CSG, 85% of CSPs report that their current CPQ system meets less than 75% of their requirements. In fact, 60% said that their CPQ meets fewer than half their needs.
Okay, so what does this translate to on the ground? I mean, what processes are actually breaking?
Well, when we look at what's actually breaking, there are four major pain points that keep coming up. Qualification inaccuracies, delayed responses, pricing and discount governance, and lack of automation. Over 50% of CSPs take more than 3 days to respond with a quote, and some even take over a week. While your competitors are responding in hours, you're stuck waiting for pre-sales engineers to validate dependencies. Qualification inaccuracies are a serious challenge. I mean, this is huge. Qualification requires extensive feasibility checks, partner asset mapping, policy constraints, and resource availability. 48% of CSPs flagged this as a priority issue that needs immediate attention. When qualification is wrong, you either lose revenue or damage customer trust. Shilpa, would you like to add something here?
Yeah. Pricing and discount governance is a serious one to navigate. If you quote the list price to an enterprise customer with a negotiated contract, you look uninitiated. But if you wing it with discounts, you risk breaking margin rules. And here's the reality. Over a quarter of CSPs lack real-time visibility on margins. So even experienced reps are guessing. Finally, lack of automation or human intervention is prevalent everywhere in CPQ. Most CSPs report that 10 to 25% of quotes become orders automatically without a human intervention. And on the fulfillment side, only 10 to 35% of orders gets fulfilled automatically. Every manual touch point adds delay and introduce the errors.
So essentially, you're stuck between speed and accuracy. And the business impact of that fraction, I mean, what would that look like?
Yes, we are stuck between speed and accuracy. And talking about impacts, there are three big impacts. One, slower response time means deals lost to faster competitors. Two, pricing errors and inconsistent quotes damage customer trust and loyalty. And three, revenue leakage. When quotes don't convert cleanly to orders or when discounting is inconsistent, profitability eventually suffers.
So what I understand is that the core problem is like, speed is expected, but correctness is also a must. But correctness also depends on distributed knowledge, right? I mean, catalog expertise, pricing rules, contract terms, and technical constraints that no single person can hold in their head.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So if you're nodding along thinking that this is my day-to-day, drop a comment. We want to hear from you. And if you have specific scenarios you want us to address, add those too. All right, now that we've set the problem, what is the solution? Is it time to unveil the game changer?
Yes, it is. We at Arav are proud to unveil OmniBot. OmniBot is a game-changing AI-powered CPQ chatbot built on OmniTel 360. OmniBot is designed to let account managers and sales specialists configure products, receive real-time pricing, apply eligible discounts, and complete the orders through an intelligent, guided digital experience. OmniTel 360 is a telco-specific BSS solution we built on Odoo, and OmniBot is a AI-driven CPQ part of OmniTel 360.
Great. So what's the fundamental shift versus traditional CPQ? I mean, how does that matter for telcos and CSPs?
Traditional CPQ is form-driven. You need structured inputs before it works. OmniBot flips that. It starts with the real conversation and enforces CPQ rules as this journey unfolds, making ordering intuitive without losing governance. And here's why this matters for telcos specifically. Generic CPQ systems were not built for telco grade protocols and legacy multi vendor environments. They operate on a lowest common denominator principle that work for some industries but fails in telecom.
So you mentioned that it is an AI-powered solution, right? What does the AI actually do in this journey? Can you give us an example?
Sure. So think of it as a catalog-driven ordering. Research shows that it is the heart of modern CPQ systems. But most CSPs struggle because they have multiple catalogs from different vendors with various restrictions.
So, I mean, where do the guardrails actually come in? I mean, how do you prevent what is garbage and what is not?
So the architecture itself is the guardrail. So pricing, discount, validation logic continues to be executed within OmniTel 360. So AI augments the workflow rather than overriding your business rules. OmniBot operates on live product catalogs, customer-specific price list, discount rules, and fulfillment constraints. So it's not guessing from a static knowledge database. And also critically, it doesn't duplicate data or introduce parallel pricing logic. OmniTel 360 remains the single source of truth across the entire order lifecycle. So it's accurate, auditable, as well as governed.
So when any account manager or says a sales specialist ask for different kind of pricing or wants to apply a discount, it isn't devised by the AI, right? It's only Tel360's rules that are enforced.
Exactly. So the AI is just conversational interface. OmniTel 360 is the rules engine. That separation itself ensures that you get both speed as well as control.
And to add here, it is also why OmniBot is built for tier 2, 3 telcos, CSPs, and MVNOs. They generally have complex service ordering with customer-specific contract pricing, committed volumes, minimum thresholds, and bundle pack constants, which becomes easier to execute consistently.
Perfect. So the promise is faster quotes, fewer mistakes, consistent governance without any type of heroics. I want to remind the audience that if you have any questions on OmniBot's architecture, its hallucination risks, or how even approvals work, drop them in the comments now. We'll have them answered during the Q&A session at the end. All right. So before we move to the next section, let's be clear about what success looks like. Shilpa, what are some of the outcomes organizations or enterprises can expect to achieve with our OmniBot?
Enterprises can expect three measurable outcomes: deal velocity, margin protection, and operational consistency. So, quotes that used to take days now take minutes. Organizations adopting digital self service CPQ see faster order placement and reduced manual order entry. This means your team can handle more opportunities without scaling headcount.
Also, OmniBot stops the guesswork. It analyzes historical deals and tells you that last time we sold this to a bank, we gave 15% discount. So it ensures that fewer pricing and discounting errors occur because everything is governed by OmniTel 360's rules, not individual memory.
And for tier 2-3 telcos dealing with B2B accounts, OmniBot handles customer-specific contract pricing, committed volumes, minimum thresholds, and bundle constraints automatically. This leads to operational consistency at scale, clean orders, no surprises for provisioning teams.
Got it. So to summarize, speed without sacrifice, governed pricing, and scalable execution. But enough of theory. Let's see it in action. Shilpa, Virati, over to you for the live demo.
Thanks, Diptarshi. To set the context, let's assume First Group Bank is one of the customers requiring resilient connectivity across 2 office locations. They need direct internet access as primary link and MPLS VPN as the secondary connectivity to ensure secure interstate communication and business continuity. As a sales account manager, instead of navigating multiple product catalog, I will log into OmniTel360, search for the pre-registered customer, and initiate the engagement directly from within the account using OmniBot. So let's see that in action now. So here we have logged into OmniTel360. From the search bar, we search for the First Group Bank. We'll open the customer account and access the OmniBot via the Ask AI button that we are seeing over there in red. A sales manager can access OmniBot from this button. So this is how OmniBot interface will look like. After launching OmniBot, the sales manager inputs the customer requirement in the space provided. So let's say as a sales manager, we will input the requirement here. Let's say customer needs direct internet as primary standard plan. So we are using a natural language query, and we will write the full requirement as customer needs direct internet as primary standard plan and MPLS as secondary connectivity for 2 locations. So this is a natural language query to OmniBot, and it will interpret the requirement. We have set the query and it is now being processed. So now OmniBot will interpret the intent, map it against the enterprise product catalog, and identifies the most aligned commercial SKU. Here it will respond back with the aligned commercial SKU now. So as we can see, it has responded with DIA IP Premier Standard, which is a perfect match, and also given us the option to reuse the existing addresses. Now, let's say I will select both addresses, 1 and address 2 as the location for the installations. And I want to emphasize that services are bounded to the installation addresses. This is critical for SLA enforcement, feasibility validation, and because everything in enterprise connectivity is location aware. So this ensures operational alignment from day 1. We have also selected the 2 installation addresses now, and it also selected the TCMC MPLS VPN as the secondary plan. As we can see, we will now select the required QoS. So let's say we have chosen Quartz as number 5th option for this. Here it is asking to proceed with a mesh topology for the MPLS VPN. Let's say we'll select the mesh topology over here. Now, as a guided path, we select the bandwidth as a next requirement. It's a guided experience. Let's say 30 Mbps is the bandwidth that we have chosen. The next step, it is asking for the service type. let's say we'll go ahead with the layer 3 connectivity for the MPLS side. This time we can type the requirement as well. So we are giving input now, and based on our requirement, as you can see, it has selected the TCMC MPLS VPN as the secondary plan for both the locations, and it is asking us whether we can proceed. We ask it to continue and create the code now. At this stage, it is asking for creating the code. Configuration is complete. So at this stage, the system automatically attaches all required commercials and technical dependencies. There is no manual bundling. And now the code has been created in a single click. Moving here, we can see the sales quotation that has been created for both the sites. This is the first installation address we can see with the primary plan chosen and the secondary plan as the MPLS. With the same options, we can see the details, the mesh, 30 Mbps bandwidth and all. This is the second location, again the same configuration, DIS standard plan and the MPLS with all the selected options. We can clearly see the installation address segmentation over here. Let's open the generated sales quotation from the link given in the chatbot. We can see on the left-hand side that the details reflect there as well, both installation addresses, location 1 and location 2, with the configured code for the plan and the bot details that we have, the plan details that we have chosen. It is showing the real-time data, and we can see the total matches with the bot response as well, the quote total. Now, moving to the deal history discounts, before we can move forward commercially, OmniTel360 automatically surfaces the historical discount behavior of this specific customer. So we can see a previously created sales order. We had given a similar 8% discount to first point group earlier. This shows the last, we have opened the sales or quotation, the last one, and it was given to their HQ. And the discount there was 8% last time. So this tells me that this bank recently received an 8% discount on a prior deal. It is not a generic reporting, it's contextual commercial intelligence embedded directly inside the quoting window. So as a sales account manager, I have immediate visibility into this. Now, we are seeing similar deal intelligence over here. So this section shows more recent global discount applied to the same product for a similar enterprise customer. This is extremely powerful. As a salesperson, I can benchmark what discount was offered for the same SKU, in what time frame, to what type of enterprise customer, and at what commercial percentage. The dates and percentages are provided as an intelligence detail. So let's open the sales order for cross-referencing. You can see it was provided to Core Source Technologies, and the details are here again. Similar to the first group bank, this quote was also created for 2 locations on a particular order date, and it is the same plan combination, DIA IP Premier Standard, MPLS as the secondary one. And this time, that time we have offered, as you can see, 10% discount, deal discount. So this allows for data-backed negotiation and margin governance. Sales cannot arbitrarily over-discount. We understand the market positioning and approval acceleration as managers approve faster than supported by precedent. So this transforms discounting from intuition to intelligence. Before even sending this quotation to the customer, as a sales account manager, I already know their historical discount appetite, the current market benchmark, and my safe negotiation range as well. So this is commercial maturity embedded in the quoting process. In under 5 minutes, we captured requirements in natural language, auto-configured a dual-site resilient network architecture, generated a compliant quotation, and surfaced the deal intelligence all within OmniTel 360. This eliminates siloed tools, manual catalog interpretation, and pricing ambiguity, delivering speed, accuracy, and enterprise governance in one single unified platform. This is not just coding, this is intelligent solution orchestration.
Wow, that was impressive. I mean, what usually took more than 5 days in the old world just happened in under 5 minutes. Now let's talk about what this means in the real world. So Virati, what are the business benefits enterprises can expect in their workflows?
If we are talking about benefits, there are many. So first, the benefit is that you stop losing deals to faster competitors. Right now, over 50% of CSPs take more than 3 days to respond. Your competitors, especially digital first service providers, are responding same day. OmniBot compresses the quote cycles from days to minutes. That's not incremental improvement, that's competitive survival. Benefit two is revenue leakage stops. So when 85% of CSPs say that CPQ meets less than 75% of requirements, what's happening? Quotes fall through, discounts are inconsistent, orders get rejected by operations. OmniBot delivers end-to-end revenue assurance from quote to cash, no leakage. Benefit three, your op teams stop firefighting. Currently, only 10 to 35% of orders get fulfilled automatically without any human intervention. That means 65 to 90% orders require manual fixes. Why? First, because constraints weren't validated upfront, but OmniTel validates before the order is placed. So provisioning gets clean and we get executable orders every time. Another benefit is that finance and sales finally agree. Over 25% of CSPs lack real-time margin visibility. Sales guesses discounts, finance rejects deals, and everyone wastes time. With OmniBot, real-time visibilities of deal margins and profitability means sales quotes with confidence and finance approves faster.
Great. That finance and sales collaboration is something uh, all CSPs and telcos would love to see. But the bottom line is, with OmniBot, telcos and CSPs can win more deals, protect margins better, deliver much cleaner orders. That too, they can scale without any kind of chaos. Right, Shilpa?
Yeah, exactly. And because the intelligence sits on top of OmniTel 360's existing data model, the same setup works whether you have 50 enterprise SKUs or 5,000. This won't collapse when you grow.
Perfect. Let's jump into the questions from the audience now. I want to remind them that the comments box is still open, so please drop in your question. Okay, we have a question from Rohit. It says, if the AI does everything, won't my reps stop learning the products at all? Virati?
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's the opposite. OmniBot operates as a contextual coach. So when it prompts that for a banking grade SLA in a monsoon season, do you need weather resistant cabling? It's basically surfacing domain logic from OmniTel's product catalog. So the account managers sees why the recommendation matters and learns the pattern over time. So it's basically knowledge amplification, not replacement.
Got it. The next question is from Naveen. It mentions we already have a CRM in place, but our pricing rules are in spreadsheets. Does this work with OmniBot, Shilpa?
Yeah, let me take that. We need to migrate those rules into OmniTel 360 as structured, machine-readable formats first. Spreadsheets have implicit logic that systems can't enforce consistently. So the migration gives you an opportunity to consolidate pricing governance. We have seen CSPs discover the same product price 3 different ways across region. Once it is in OmniTel 360, you have one version of the truth.
Okay. Time for the next question. It is from Vikas. How do you guarantee the bot won't promise a price or discount that doesn't exist? My team is terrified of AI making up numbers. That seems like a real scare.
Yes, we have encountered this like AI making up number questions several times from our customers. So in OmniBot, the AI never computes pricing. When you ask for a price, OmniBot constructs a deterministic API call to OmniTel360's pricing engine with like parameters such as customer ID, product SKU, discount code. So OmniTel360 returns the calculated value based on your price list hierarchy and margin rules. The AI just displays it. Every transaction is logged with full traceability in OmniTel 360. We have quote ID, rule version, price list applied, all details. So your finance team can audit any quote back to an exact rule that produced it. So it's the rule-based determinism, not AI math.
Got it. The next question is from Pramunch. Uh, this looks complex. How long does it take to deploy for a company already using Odoo or a similar ERP? Shilpa, can you take that?
Yeah. If you have OmniTel 360 deployed or structured catalogs, we can map into it. We are looking at weeks, not quarters. Week first and second will be like catalog assessment and mapping into OmniTel 360. Week third and fourth will be for conversational flow configuration, and week 5 and 6 for API integration and parallel testing. It's fast because OmniBot doesn't need to understand your backend complexity. It orchestrates through OmniTel 360's unified API layer. So OmniTel 360 abstracts the legacy complexity and OmniBot provides the modern interface.
Got it. The next question is from our very own Jigar. So Jigar is asking, can this handle approval workflows? What if a quote is too large for auto approval?
Yes, we can handle approval workflows. So when a quote is generated, OmniTel 360 evaluates it against your authorization metrics. So deal size, discount depth, margin percentage, it evaluates everything. And if it exceeds the rep's authority, say like it is $50,000, so OmniTel 360 triggers approval workflows automatically. The manager reviews in the system, approves or rejects, and then the rep is notified. So OmniBot pre-validates the quote structure against OmniTel 360's business rules and before sending it to approvers. So managers can focus on commercial decisions, not error correction.
Okay. The next question is from Haley. She is asking, what happens when a pricing or there is a SLA rule change? How does it get to the bot?
So OmniBot queries OmniTel 360 in real time for every transaction. It doesn't cache rules locally. When your product manager updates a price list in OmniTel 360, the change is immediately reflected in bot's responses. So we can say that there is zero latency between rule changes in OmniTel 360 and quote accuracy. Thus, we get quote accuracy in OmniBot. So also for complex changing, we have OmniTel 360's sandbox environment. It lets you stage and test before promoting promoting to production.
Got it. I see one last question. It's from Hugin. So, does OmniTel 360 licensing include the chatbot feature? Shilpa, can you take that?
Yeah, it includes the licensing for that, yes.
Okay. I don't see any other questions on the comment box. But if you have any other questions, any thoughts arising in your mind, please share it with us in the comments box. We'll be happy to share our answers and views on the same. All right, we are almost at the time. To recap what we saw, OmniBot doesn't replace the account manager or sales specialists. It amplifies them by giving them superpowers. It combines AI, customer context, and enterprise intelligence inside the system you are already using. Because the intelligence sits on top of OmniTel 360's existing data model, the same setup works for you whether you have 50 enterprise SKUs or 5,000. This won't collapse when you grow. It actually turns the account manager's nightmare into a very predictable revenue stream. If you want to see a deep dive demo tailored to your specific catalog, or if you want to test drive the bot yourself, reach out to us at cocreate@rfsolutions.com. Or if you are going to MWC Barcelona 2026, come to Hall 8, booth 8.0E41.2 and see it live. Speak to our executives and see for yourself how fast we can fast track your sales with AI. In the end, I want to thank Shilpa and Virati for their time and the insights they've provided. And thank you to all our audience for tuning in. Let's stop the waiting game and start the winning game. Have a great day, everyone.